I'm wondering if you see the potential, as some others in your party do, for a new progressive era, if you want to call it that, in national politics and policy.
Absolutely, we see this as an opportunity to reshape the way we do business and how we govern.
Reshape, reimagine, remake. Joining me now is Steve Forbes, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of Forbes Media, and Mike Huckabee, former Arkansas governor and Fox News contributor. All right, Gov, let's start with you. Jim Clyburn framed the timing of a pandemic that's now killed over 47,000 Americans as a, quote, tremendous opportunity. Your thoughts?
That's stunning that somebody would see this as an opportunity rather than an incredible burden over the now 26 million Americans who are out of work. But it's also an opportunity for America to decide, do they want these kind of policies that take individualism and turn it into collectivism? Do they really want more government, not less? And do they want government to be more localized? Or do they want some distant federal government taking over every aspect of their lives, telling them to go home, stay put, don't mow your lawn, don't plant a garden, don't go breathe fresh air and get sunshine? It's a real choice, all right. I just don't think the American people are stupid enough to want the choice the Democrats are going to give them.
Steve, one thing that we keep seeing, and I think you talked about this last time you were on, are these shifting goalposts. Like we can reopen when we flatten the curve and healthcare's not well. We can reopen when we have all the ventilators we need. We can reopen when now we need an army of tracers and trackers, according to Andrew Cuomo, that apparently Michael Bloomberg is going to oversee. I mean, how realistic is any of that, and why do they keep moving the goalposts?
They keep moving the goalposts because they know that emergency means more federal control, more government control over our lives. You see it in the Federal Reserve now going to be controlling trillions of dollars of capital. You see it in proposals to have the government do more governance of corporations, which is a form of socialism without having to take over the company. You see it in federal control of voting. You see it in these apps where they're going to track our movements. And so they keep moving the goalposts. They won't stop until Donald Trump admits he's wrong and becomes a Democrat, which is not going to happen. And that's why this election is so important. Do we want an economy that's free, that made America strong, which we see now with what the private sector is doing, volunteers are doing, or do we want an economy like Europe, which is stagnant? Europe has lagged U.S. growth rates in normal times for over 40 years because they've gone in the direction of high taxation and regulation. We've tried to push in the opposite direction. Freedom works. That's what this election will be about.
And Governor Huckabee, we keep hearing about we have to defeat the virus. We have to defeat the virus, and then we can go back to normal. But what do our founders think about the essential nature of freedom? And very few people are talking about civil liberties or freedom. They say, oh no, those can come later. Is that really the case when you see such a massive intrusion upon every aspect of American life in the absence of data or changing data or shifting data?
Well, and letting the decisions be made by a handful of people who were never elected by anybody. Look, I take this all seriously. I truly do. The virus is a real threat. We get it. But at the same time, it's a bigger threat to lose our way of life, our prosperity, our government, our constitutional freedoms and rights. These are precious. And America was made great because people took risk. There are certain levels of risk that we all have to take, whether it's walking across the street in New York City or whether it's perhaps being exposed to some germ or virus that might make us sick and could even kill us. That's life.
Loss of life is unfortunately a part of life, and we mourn every person who's lost their life in this horrific virus. But man, I'm hearing from a lot of people who feel like they're losing their lives bit by bit every day now. Gentlemen, thank you so much. And coming up, the left's fallen out of love with Sweden. Can you believe it? And it's all because of the way they've responded to the coronavirus. We're going to explain it next.